question for you. Can a man get pregnant? Is it only a woman who can be pregnant? Why am I asking that? Because controversy now abounds after, I'm going to say, a newsreader made perfect sense, common sense, in a script that she was given. Now, here's the moment, and just work out, you can tell about 5 words before the word comes up that Martine Croxall, and credit to her, did absolutely the right thing when she's handed a bulletin to read concerning pregnant women.
London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine has released research which says that nearly 600 heat-related deaths are expected in the UK. Malcolm Mystery, who was involved in the research, says that the aged, pregnant people, women, and those with pre-existing health conditions need to take precautions.
Now, one newspaper, The Times, reports the original wording came from the study's authors rather than the BBC, it is believed. Well, that doesn't mean the man or woman who wrote the script can't change it, of course. And you would just take that and say, not sure with that. As I say, there's some people are delighted. J.K. Rowling saying, I have a new favourite BBC presenter. Other organisations saying, right, but some saying that this is wrong. The woman should be in some way disciplined. Really? Well, Suzanne Smith is co-director of For Women Scotland, a group of women working to protect and strengthen women's rights, and joins me now. Had you seen this story, or did my team make you aware of it? Good morning, Susan.
Good morning. No, I did see this yesterday.
And did you cheer? What's your reaction to it?
Well, yes, but also I feel a little bit disappointed that here we are in 2025 and the fact that a news reporter has referred to pregnant women has made headlines. I mean, that's extraordinary. That should be a massive news story. That we should be pleased that somebody's reasserted that it's just women who get pregnant.
Well, let's say she hadn't said women. So I'll now read you the script. London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine has released research that says that nearly 600 heat-related deaths are expected. Malcolm Mystery, who was involved in the research, says the aged, pregnant people and those with pre-existing health conditions need to take precautions. How would you respond then, Susan Smith?
I think it's ridiculous because we all know that only women can get pregnant. I think we have got to stop taking the word women out of official language. Because it doesn't happen. If you ever look at, say, prostate cancer campaigns, they talk about men. So why is it always women who are erased in this fashion? And we've seen it, all over the place with cervical cancer campaigns. They talk about people with cervixes. And it's just dehumanising.
Well, why do you think it is? That's a very good point you make about men's health as regards prostate cancer. Why do you suppose it is, Susan?
I think probably because men wouldn't put up with it, and women are constantly expected to be kind, and part of this kindness seems to involve having our words, our language taken away from us, because there are some people out there who are offended by this notion that only women get pregnant, that they either see themselves as women and they want that word to apply to them, and when somebody points out, well, you're not, you've got a male body, you can't get pregnant, you can't have a menopause, you have never experienced periods and so on, you don't need a cervical smear test, they get upset about that because they feel that's an assault on their identity. And conversely, there are some women who want to identify as men who also feel that this is an assault on their identity. But if we can just go back to biological reality, it's much clearer and it helps everybody understand what we're talking about.
Lastly, the BBC has been approached for comment by a number of news organisations. I've had a quick look through. I can't see a single comment to a single newspaper, so it looks like they're saying nothing. What should they say?
I think they should just say that they're going to use clear language because they're the national broadcaster, and there are going to be people out there who, I mean, in this instance, I think probably most people would be able to work out that it's women, that pregnant women. But
they're staying quiet. Susan Smith, thank you. You're co-director of For Women Scotland. Grateful for your input of that. If you were running the BBC press office and the phone call, they're all chasing after Martine Croxall. What's she done now? Well, she said pregnant women when the script said pregnant people. What should comment? Or can they just decide we don't want to comment on this? Thank you very much. BBC News refusing. It's brilliant how they get themselves in this position, isn't it? They expect everyone else to give them comments whenever they want. We demand an explanation. We're the BBC. Can you explain what... No, I'm not going to say anything. What should they say? What level of... I think she got it absolutely right, by the way, so that I get my cards on the table or whatever it is. So that's that one. Thank you for that.